Good morning, class 12th. Today we shall be discussing about a few conceptual things before we discuss about the transcription. So the first thing which I want to discuss is sense and antisense strand. You know that DNA is a double helix. It is made up of two anti-parallel strands which are in double helical structure. So what happens here? For the transcription to take place, these two complementary base paired strands should unwind. So they will unwind to form a transcription bubble. The round structure of open strand is called as transcription bubble. Here what happens? The two strands are separated. So one strand is called as sense strand and the other strand is known as anti-sense strand. Or you can call them as sense strand is called as coding strand and the anti-sense strand is called as template strand. Now, out of these two strands, the one strand which is running from 3' to 5' direction is called the template strand or the anti-sense strand. Now here this strand 3' to 5' one will be copied and hence it will be having mRNA formed on itself, and the mRNA which will be formed is having complementary base pairs as compared to the antisense strands. Okay, so now see, actually the messenger RNA is produced by complementary base pairing technique only. Now here whatever will be the sequence of nucleotides present on the antisense strands will be complementary base paired with the newly synthesized mRNA, just like it was happening in the RNA replication. Yes, so in RNA replication also the newly synthesized, in DNA replication, also the newly synthesized strand was complementary base paired as that of the template strand. Here also the same thing happens. The 3' to 5' strand acts as a template strand and the newly synthesized mRNA is complementary base paired over it. And this, the strand which is actually copied is called as antisense strand. Now why this is called as antisense? Because it is having the complementary base pair as compared to the messenger RNA. Now coming on to the sense strand. The sense strand, the other strand which is not being used as a template, is called as sense strand. Why? Because the nucleotide sequence present in the sense strand is exactly the same as that of the messenger RNA sequence. You understand why? Because antisense strands complementary is messenger RNA and antisense strands complementary this side is the sense strand. So ultimately sense strands nucleotide sequence and nucleotide sequence of the messenger RNA will be same. The only difference will lie in thymine and uracil, because in DNA, this is the DNA. So here in DNA, thymine will be present, whereas in messenger RNA, in place of thymine, what will be present? Yes, in place of thymine, uracil will be present. So only this much difference is there between DNA and mRNA, that in DNA, thymine is present, whereas in messenger RNA, in place of thymine, uracil is present. Okay, so this sense strand and antisense strand, I think everyone should have understood. Once again, sense strand is the strand which is actually called the coding strand, because the sense strand sequences are same as that of the messenger RNA, only for the places, only different at the places where thymine is present. Here in messenger RNA, uracil will be present. Now the next strand which is actually being copied, which works as the uh, template strand, is called as antisense strand, because it is opposite, it is complementary to the newly synthesized messenger RNA. Clear? And if you see the direction, when 3' to 5' DNA strand is being copied, the new strand of messenger RNA will be formed from 5' to 3' direction, similar as it was there in the DNA replication. Clear to all of you? Okay, moving further. Next is Next, I want to tell you about the machinery, that is the RNA polymerase, which is the main worker in the process of transcription, because it is the enzyme which helps in the synthesis of messenger RNA. And we call it, just like as DNA polymerase was helping in synthesizing DNA, RNA polymerase is helping in synthesizing RNA. Now, if you look at this diagram, this RNA polymerase is made up of two things. One is the core enzyme and another is the sigma factor. You can see the core enzyme is made up of three things. See here: alpha, alpha dash, beta, beta dash, and delta. Delta is also present here, but it is not visible because it's a three-dimensional structure. So core protein is made up of five subunits. Five subunits will be alpha, alpha dash, beta, beta dash, and delta. Now, the main function of this core protein is to unwind the DNA and protect and give a binding and binds to the actually antisense strand, so that they are not rebinding again, they are not recoiling. Antisense strand and sense strand have to be kept separated, so this core enzyme helps in keeping the sense strand and the antisense strand separated. Okay, so the core enzyme goes and binds to the antisense strands and do not allow it to again bind with the sense strand. Okay, now the other thing here is the sigma factor. Sigma factor is loosely bound to the core enzyme. It is not actually bound when it is non-functional. When RNA polymerase is actually coming into function, only then the sigma factor binds to the RNA polymerase. Okay, now the function of sigma factor is of great importance here, because it is because of the sigma factor. The sigma factor is important because it is the only uh, thing which is recognizing the promoter region of the gene. I'll tell you about the promoter region. Promoter region is the region which determines that from here, okay, from here the gene has to be copied. Promoter region is telling the RNA polymerase ki okay, now after my sequence ends, there will be the region of the DNA which has to be transcribed and which has to produce the messenger RNA. Okay, so sigma factor recognizes the promoter region, first function. Second function, sigma factor determines which of the two strands will act as sense strand and which will be acting as the template strand. Okay, clear? So it is the sigma factor which determines which of the two strands will be used as a template and will be the antisense strand and will be copied. Clear? Now, when core enzyme and sigma factor combine, they form the holoenzyme. Clear? This is the holoenzyme which has 2 alpha, 2 beta and 1 delta plus the sigma factor present. So this forms the three-dimensional structure. I told you, because of being the three-dimensional structure, the delta portion is not visible in this diagram. Clear? So these two important conceptual things are clear to everyone. I think sense and antisense strand, the strand which is copied, which is being used as a template strand, which is being used, not copied. See, copied term will be a wrong term because actually copied is sense strand. So how to copy the sense strand? By using antisense strand as a template strand. So antisense strand is used as a template strand, and what is copied here? Copied strand is sense strand. And what is the template strand? Template strand is antisense strand. Clear? Next is RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase is made up of two major units. One is the core enzyme, another is the sigma factor. They combine with each other to form holoenzyme. Okay.